the national project Simón Bolivar, the plan of the homeland, the 7 strategical lines of transformation, law, organic law of the Republic. We never had this in this country. Just from Chavez to this moment, the ideas of Bolivar brought to the 21st century and scientifically built for the integral development of the country. For that we have this, but the national plan, Simón Bolivar, needs to be landed and turned into the plan of the men and the women of the communes, men and women, and it is the job that you have done wonderfully when you have turned the general plan of the nation in the concrete plan of development of this communal corridor that today is being birthed, the corridor of the Caribbean people, Caracas, La Guaira. There is a group of lines here, and that is why I brought almost all of the officials. Diosdado didn't come because he was in another strategical task, Diosdado, and he also has the show now. Are we going to take time from Diosdado today? Correct. No, we're going to give him his schedule. And these ministers, for them to take notes and commitments, and I want to see the whole government team. Dear Vice President, I want to see it permanently in the construction of this experiment, of this pilot plan, of this corridor, community by community, always. In the mornings, in the afternoons, in the night, in the early hours, on Sunday, on Monday, on Wednesday. Government of the streets, direct government. And I know that it's going to happen like this because these people here, these men and women, all of them, they come from walking the streets of Venezuela daily. Our school was, I came driving, always driving with my favorite co-pilot. My favorite co-pilot, who is she? Silita, the prettiest. Silita Flores, my co-pilot. And I was coming in the car talking about this plan since very early, but we came in the same car, the Almirant, Naum, and the godfather of Caracas, General Marquez, and we were talking. We went through the roads, moving towards Ojo de Agua, and remembering, because our school were these streets, these neighborhoods, which I know very well. I know them very well. That was where the brother of Saverio was found, who fell and has a fractured leg. He was the president of the Association of Neighbors of New Day, and in El Limón there was a president of who I don't remember the name, a young man as well. We were very young, 27, 28 years of age. You should have invited Aldo Piñate, Eduardo Piñate, him and I, the current ambassador of the UNESCO as well in Paris, and also with my companion Pedro Infante. I met him as well when I was a child. I didn't change his diapers, but I did see how his diapers were changed. Pedro, a tremendous leader, a fighter. Victor Belli as well. We had teams in all of these neighborhoods that were very persecuted and very limited, but and I know how these neighborhoods were born, how they grew. I remember here in Ojo de Agua, the great place of garbage, and how much Caracas and La Guaira they suffered because of the trash, and many suffered with the fumes that happened here because of the landfill. We have given very important steps, but it is a lot what still needs to be done for this communal corridor to be an example, a complete example in its roads, in its public services, in its infrastructure, in its schools, in its health centers, and it's an example, a complete example of integral development of what is the life model of the social happiness, a new way of life and social happiness of socialism of the 21st century. On Sunday, it's 15 communes. I already named the 15 communes. They're going to elect 2 projects. When before, the path took us to that, and meanwhile, this country is moving forward and consolidating in the new economy, productive economy that generates more richness and wealth. There's probably the day in which there will be 2 projects. It would be 3 or more that the people elect with their votes to accelerate the movement in the construction of the new homeland, of the beautiful homeland. Very happy because of that news. So, on Sunday, you are going to vote, and I am sure that the projects are articulated perfectly together with the plan of development, which means that on Sunday you are going to give a step because you are going to elect 15 by 2, 30 projects of moving forward and starting the plan of the communal corridor, Caribbean people, Caracas, La Guaira, which will start to run, and the task force, TeleSUR, with all of the efficiency that you have, barely here prioritizing Mother Carmen Teresa, preacher Naum, Catholic mother and evangelical preacher, and here a Christian president in Christ the Redeemer. People of Christ, president of Christ. Immediately, with the resources that we're going to approve for the plan and the projects that you're going to approve, and for those resources that are both monetary and physical and materials of work and machinery to be here immediately, the latest on Tuesday, November the 25th, to begin, and so before the 31st of December to complete all of the projects that you elect on Sunday.